Hey guys, Xaryu here, and today I have some rogue gameplay for you guys, and I really want to focus the video on like how simple WoW PvP can really be if you break it down to just the core script. I also got a haircut. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Just got back from the barber, but let's go hopping into the game. We have Boomkin, Resto Shaman, and Rogue, and this is one of the comps that it isn't great right now, but I like playing with my boy Shifter, my boy Juggly, and we're having a good time playing this comp. So this isn't, you could play Thug Cleave, you can play RMP, this isn't necessarily the comp that you have to go with, but I just want to show you guys like how simple it is if you stick to just a very basic rotation. And that rotation is going to be, for us, is Mark for Death Kidney in the opener. Boom. I knew it before I was even going to do it because it's a very, very standard opener here. Then we're going to dance, cheap shot, whoever the kill target is going to be. In this situation, it is going to be the hunter. Since I was already in subterfuge, I didn't dance quite yet to delay that dance. So we're just going to continue to CC the pally and do the dance damage rotation here onto the hunter. If you don't know my rotation, you can check out my rogue guide. It's very, very simple rotation. And here, since the hunter pet sacked, basically whenever we get a defensive cooldown from the enemies, we're going to swap targets. And now here we choose to go onto the feral druid and we root beam out of the kidney shot onto the pally. So we start with that kidney, we start on the hunter, we get a defensive cooldown, we're swapping to the feral, continuing CC onto the pally. That is the game just a couple seconds in, right? We're continuing damage here onto the feral druid, get that double cheap shot, maybe that triple cheap shot, and now we play a little bit defensive until this next kidney shot comes off. And here in the downtime, as a sub rogue, guys, you are collecting damage, right? You're spamming Gloom Blade, you're going to get your Night Blade up onto the target that you kind of want to go, in this case the hunter, and now we're going to get 5 more combo points. So once again, we can kidney shot the paladin, maybe double cheap shot the DPS, go for a cyclone off of that, or maybe a blind off of that, maybe a sap off of that, continue the CC on the pally, and get more defensive cooldown. So once again, let's see how it looks. Gonna go ahead and throw the Blood of Silence into the kidney onto the paladin. We're going to start to do damage onto the hunter, but the paladin immediately trinkets, or human trinkets, the kidney shot and does a Blessing of Sacrifice onto the hunter, and they overlap a little bit with Turtle as well. So once again, guys, this is very, very simple rotation. We're getting some CC on the pally with that kidney shot. We're doing damage onto the DPS. We're getting CC on the pally with the kidney, damage onto the DPS. This is really just a back and forth play. Now, when we're playing defensively, guys, you want to keep feint up. You can vanish defensively. You can use evasion and cloak defensively when you need to. But just line of sight, basic line of sight to make sure you don't die in between goes. And now look at this. Once again, we have enough DR, the DRs are back up, so we can do more damage, do another go. Once again, the kidney shot the paladin. This isn't rocket science, guys. This isn't rocket science. You're kidney shotting the paladin, dance, cheap shot the hunter. Once again, we're continuing our go, and Shifter did a great job of cloning the feral druid here on our go as well, to make sure that the feral druid isn't peeling us. So that if you're a boomkin, getting that cross, you see that third cross is very, very important. Here now I'm going to blind the paladin because there was no follow-up cyclone onto him out of that kidney shot, and we do get Blessing of Protection out of that blind. Once again, guys, we're forcing more of their cooldowns, right? As you can see through this game, we're slowly forcing cooldowns every single go, and then eventually they're going to have no cooldowns, and then we win the game. That's kind of how WoW PvP works. We're going, we're getting their cooldowns. They're going, they're getting our cooldowns, and whoever runs out of cooldowns first usually loses the game, right? So once again, we're going to throw some more damage out. This rotation was a little bit different. Instead of throwing the kidney shot on the pally, since we got that free cyclone, there was already CC on the pally. So I decided to kidney bomb the hunter, and we do get his trinket out of that. Re-stun the hunter a couple times. He was getting very low behind the pillar and catches the second hand of sacrifice. So here from this go, we got another sacrifice. We got another trinket from the hunter. And now we pretty much, I guess pally has bubble left, but he has no sacrifices, so bubble might not even really save him. And just one more good go, we could probably win the game. So let's see what we do here. Kidney shot on the pally once again, popping that sprint, trying to catch the hunter. Hunter's doing a great job of line of sighting. Unfortunately, couldn't quite catch the hunter, but now we're just going to continue to do damage onto him anyway. Need to get that Night Blade up. There's the Night Blade on the hunter, the stun onto the hunter, the full root beam onto the paladin, and here is pretty much going to be the game unless the hunter maybe trinket, feign death, tries to get away. Maybe the paladin bubbles, throws at some heals, or if they don't use anything, the hunter could just flop. Let's see what happens. Thorns is used, and the hunter does go down. So that's pretty much how a game's gonna look, guys. You're gonna get CC onto the healer. You're going to do some more damage onto the DPS, and this is going to rinse and repeat many, many times. You don't have to overcomplicate WoW PvP. Alright guys, and now we're looking at a Marksmanship Hunter, a Disciplined Priest, and an Unholy Death Knight. I'm playing the same composition here on Blade's Edge Arena, and I want you guys to keep the same exact things in mind. So, it's a lot of the times it's pretty rigid. It doesn't have to be. You can definitely change up your strategy. You don't, like I did with the Kidney Shot Bomb onto the Hunter. If you get free CC, you don't need to kidney the priest first. The reason I like kidneying the priest first is because it helps my Boomkin get that CC right away. Here is a pretty awful opener. The flare is really annoying, so I'll fast forward just a second. But once again, guys, throwing the kidney shot out on the priest into that root beam. I do get asphyxiated, do get stunned by the hunter trap, so they pretty much are using all of their peels in the opener. This is not an ideal opener at all, and I vanish and I get feared on my vanish. So pretty much everything that's going wrong right now is going wrong. Like anything that could go wrong is going wrong. And now we're stunning the hunter up a few times. Now I'm just peeling the Death Knight just for a second here before we go back on the hunter. Now essentially what you want to look at a lot of the time as a rogue, guys, are your stun DRs. We can't really hit the hunter for 9 more seconds, right? Or at least we can't stun the hunter for 9 more seconds. And keep in mind, most of your kills are coming from when a target is stunned, right? So just hitting the Death Knight because he's off of stun DR, and we're kind of waiting for this hunter to get off of stun DR 4 seconds here. Now that he's off DR, we can definitely go for some type of push, doing a shadow step here, getting the pre-night plate up on the hunter. And once again, once we get back, we're going to want to kidney shot the priest, okay? And we're going to want to get some damage out on the hunter. Now, they are pretty far, and I was a little bit low HP, so I stepped back there for a second, getting a couple feints out. But now as I'm pushing back in, reapply that Nightblade because it was falling off, but I really need to get a stun off here. So just as a side note, I'm not a rank 1 rogue. I've been Gladiator on my rogue, and I'm kind of just trying to break this down as simple as I can, but I'm not playing perfect either. There is 0 stun DRs on the other team right now. I could have done a better job of rotating through those stun DRs a little bit better. Maybe kept the DK stun, maybe had this go a little bit sooner. Having 0 stun DRs on the entire enemy team is not really what you want to look like. But right here, we get that full kidney shot onto the priest. We get that cheap shot rotation onto the hunter. We get the hunter's pet sack and the hunter's trinket. Full blind now coming out onto the priest. See if we can force more defensive cooldowns. The AMC comes out, and the priest does decide to trinket. So from that one go, guys, we got priest trinket, we got AMC, we got hunter trinket, we got hunter pet sack. They might have overcompensated just a little bit, but you know what? That's what they did, and we got a lot of cooldowns from that one go. In this next go, guys, I have Cold Blood and Gormaz, so right when this hunter comes off DR, I can try to either kidney bomb him or do our normal rotation with the kidney on the priest. There it is, the full kidney shot onto the priest, the cheap shot bomb now onto the hunter. He's getting very low, and it looks like he was going to go down, but he does trinket deterrence at 10% life there, does save himself for that next go. But that full hex following the full kidney shot, beautiful hex from Juggly coming out. And if the hexes are definitely a side note as well, guys. So when I kidney shot the priest, we either are going to follow with a root beam, we're going to follow with a cyclone, we're going to follow with a hex, maybe follow with a blind, maybe follow with a sap. Some type of follow-up CC out of that kidney shot is what's going to allow us to continue forcing cooldowns. But now, guys, the whole enemy team has no trinkets. There's no pet sack available. There's no deterrence. There's almost no defensive cooldowns for these guys. So one more decent go, and the game's pretty much over. So we kidney shot the priest. He does have human trinket available for it. Let's see if we can get any follow-up CC out of that. Doesn't look like it. So I was wrong. The priest did have a human trinket available, and that's why humans, guys, if you guys don't know why people complain about racials, it's that reason right there. All their trinkets are used, in my mind, like, or a lot of people's minds, we can be like, all right, we win next go, and then you kidney shot into human trinkets. Then you're like, oh, we win next go, and then it's normal trinkets back up. So it's really extending it. That's why human racial is so strong right now. Blizzard, please nerf it. Orcs are strong too. Blood Elves are strong too, but no racials in PvP, Blizzard. Come on. Maybe next expansion. But anyway, root beam coming out onto the priest. Kidney shot on the hunter. Huge blunder by me. The kidney shot at 1 second until it was a full kidney shot. I didn't realize that, and I kidney shot a little bit early. Roastmaster is not back right there, but that full root beam coming out. Hunter getting very low. If we can get any more CC, that now the pain suppression coming out on the hunter. Hunter staying alive a little bit longer. The Shadowman's coming out topping the hunter, and now it looks like the priest has trinket back up, but I still have that cold blood. I do have a lot of damage for this next go, but I decided to switch my attention to the Death Knight just for a second, kind of peel him, make sure my Boomkin isn't going to die, get that Nightblade up back onto the hunter. I'm stunned, so it looks like I'm going to go down, but I do cloak and feint right out of that stun. Juggly's doing a great job of keeping us alive. He has Earth Shield on me currently. I want to make sure to line of sight the hunter if I do need. That flare is down, or else I could have gotten a re-stealth right there. Looks like I do get that re-stealth. I have an off cheap shot on the priest. This is something else you can do. Like right there, guys, I did not have 5 combo points, so instead of just putting the off kidney onto the priest, I put that off cheap shot onto the priest, and then we can maybe try to get some follow CC off of that. So you don't always have to kidney. You can definitely do some off cheap shots as well. Have 1 cheap shot in that full cyclone following up onto the priest, and then the triple cheap shot now onto the hunter. Looks like he's gonna go down. Let's see if we can get anything, and he does go down. So finally rotated through all of their defensive cooldowns. We had that full root beam to follow up on the priest, so we definitely had that kill there. And you know, that definitely was a GG. Here's the damage breakdown if you guys want to take a look. But the point of this video, guys, is once you kind of get the script down, Arena isn't rocket science. It's not that complicated. Every class has a script. This happens to be the rogue script right now. You're kidneying the healer, you're getting some stunts onto the DPS, you're following it up with some CC, you're doing some damage, you're getting defensive cooldowns, you're rinsing and repeating until the enemy has no more cooldowns, and you win the game. Guys, I hope this video is super helpful to all you rogue players out there, but just helpful to anyone playing WoW PvP trying to understand how to get better. Learning your script is so important. Make sure to give a thumbs up if this helped you. Make sure to give it a thumbs down if it did not help you, so I know. And talk to me in the comments about what type of videos you guys want to see next. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.